Hey folks, welcome back. I'm sure you're having a wonderful time. If you're in the stock market, it is ripping higher. Excuse me, I'm a little hoarse today. I'm very sorry, but it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. And you'll hear some construction in the background. They're building a fire department here. This morning, it's so funny because I woke up this morning and I was thinking about how much, the market has went up in the last month, and that's good for our accounts. But at the same time, I had some contrasting feelings on this, and I was kind of sad in some ways because the reality is not everyone can invest, and not everybody even has knowledge about how to invest. I mean, when I was young, I came from very humble beginnings, let's say, and I would say I haven't really called my way out completely of that either, just because I'm on here talking about investing. I don't want to, I'm not over here living high on the hog, let's say. But not everybody has not just the ability, but the knowledge, or they didn't have a family to teach them how to invest. And so right now, if you're not invested, you're losing purchasing power. The cost of living's going up. Health insurance is definitely going to be going up. We've had a lot of things, and I'll talk about that in a minute. We've had a lot of things going on with health insurers. Car insurance is going up. There's some things that's not going up, but you can bet your bottom dollar that lots of your cost of living are going to go up. The housing market right now, I don't know how to explain it, but houses aren't moving where I'm at. The price was down somewhat, and now it's back up. But I don't know anybody that's buying. I think everybody's just staying put and keeping their pockets, ready and waiting for something to happen. I think if rates go down, the prices are just going to go up. So I don't see how that's a good thing right now. If you're waiting on buying a house, I don't know. So yeah, it's an interesting thing because you're looking at your account and thinking, oh, okay, I'm up 15% this month, or I'm back where I started. But there's also people that are losing because they're not invested in the market, and I feel bad for those people. I think that there needs to be more financial education, right? Speaking of healthcare, Centene, oh my gosh, yesterday it was down 40%. That stock, man, I don't know what happened, but the bottom just fell completely out of it because of the Medicaid exposure and stuff. And, the more I read up on that, I think we have some potential problems there. I'm not an expert, but it doesn't sound good for many hospitals as far as I'm concerned. I think that it's just going to make for longer waiting times. I think we're going to have a healthcare professional shortage in this country looking forward, so I don't see good things for our health insurance going forward as far as I'm concerned. I got lucky and I sold I sold out of my Cigna except for 2 shares, which is not very much. I decided I was not wanting to hold it. It's very volatile, and I sold it I think a day before, 2 days before this nonsense happened. So I saved myself some losses, but I still have like 2 measly shares. I don't know. I'm just holding on to them until they turn positive, and I'm going to get out of it. I just don't want to hold healthcare. It seems like I got bad luck with healthcare. Every time I buy a healthcare stock, if I don't trade it soon, it seems like that I just never do any good in healthcare stocks. I don't know what it is. The US dollar is still going down. It's at 97. It's down 10.5% on the year. Precious metals did not have a nice day, but overall they're doing good. I mean, palladium is up 16%. I'm in that one. Platinum up is like 26%. Gold is down on the month. My forecast is that you're going to see silver continue to climb at least to 38 here in the short term, and I think oil is going to fall. That's my prediction, and I'll share charts of that. You can watch my other videos. So let's talk about this market. I mean, I'll go down a list of some of my stocks. Like Uber is up 12% in the last month. Bank 7, a regional bank, up 14.2%. Regions Financial, 17.5%. I was looking at the ETF KRE, the regional bank ETF. It's up 10.2%. I don't own that, but that's a pretty easy place to get regional bank exposure. I think Stanley Druckenmiller was buying that actually, at least that's what I read. Goldman Sachs is up 19.85% on the month. So as I said in my very last video, financials has been the place to be. I continue to buy just small portions. I'm overweight in regions right now because it's went up so much. I don't foresee myself really buying anymore. But if you don't own any bank stocks, KRE I think is a good play. I like regionals myself rather than the gigantic ones like JP Morgan and so forth. But yeah, banks are up big. IWI, which is the Russell Growth ETF, it's up 7%. That's my largest holding in my brokerage account. XLG, the top 50 S&P, is up 5.5%. Mid-cap value, IJJ, 6.4%. So mid-cap value is one that I hold. It's like 14% of my account equity holdings, and it's had a nice month, 6.4%. I did notice that my old ETF, ECEM, which is a emerging markets minus China ETF, it's up a whopping 8.33% on the month. So apparently I kind of sold out of that one a little early. Just like my Taiwan semiconductor, I sold out of that one, and it is now up like 20.5% over the last month. So it was never a gigantic portion of my portfolio, but I'm kind of wishing I had held on to that. British Tobacco, BTI, is up 6.6% on the month. Saya, 11.6%. These are just stocks that I own. That's a trucking stock. I sold some of my Saya. I finally broke even in it, and I got out of it. I'm just looking at more ETFs, and dividend payers is really what I'm doing. I'm going to have like 85% of my account in ETFs, and then a little bit in these small dividend payers. I don't want to take too much risk. So yeah, banks are the big ones on the month. I think that this is going to continue. I think that we've got at least another month of strong financial momentum here. At the same time, I am certainly not an expert. I'm not like an analyst, a financial advisor, any of that. But I'm just looking at my own charts and doing my own analysis, and that's what I think. So I think that we're still in a place where you're going to see the Mag 7 just continue to climb. I don't think it's going to be anything new here. I personally don't want to be in health care stocks. I don't think oil is a good place to be. And I'm really questioning consumer staples, even though that they are smacked down pretty hard. Companies like Pepsi, I own Smuckers, General Mills. Those are the kind of stocks where they pay a nice dividend, but I just don't see not enough growth right now for me. Well, you guys take care and have a nice 4th of July. I'll see you on Monday. Take care.